Now if you talk about the micro, right? So it talks about the individual units, right? It deals with the behavior of individual units of an economy. It deals with the individual units and the behavior. So यहाँ पे लिखो, please write with me. It deals with individual, deals with behavior of individual units of an economy, right? So micro discusses the individual units of an economy, right? Now in macro we see economy as a whole. Macroeconomic looks at economy as a whole. Full economy is one. So here we are just seeing the parts of economy, right? एक पार्ट हो गया एप्पल का आईफोन, एक पार्ट हो गया हमारा टमाटो. वन पार्ट इज यू कैन से डिमांड ऑफ वन प्लस फोन, सर के फोन का, राइट? वन डिमांड ऑफ ग्लासेस ऑफ लेंस कार्ड. So this is what individual demands, individual supplies. So when we are talking about individually, so that is microeconomics. But when we are talking about the whole country, what is the unemployment in India? How many people are unemployed? What is the inflation rate? महंगाई कितनी है? So this is your macroeconomics. Yes. So I hope this is clear. Yes. So if you then talk about the tools, so this was the meaning. Then if you talk about the tools, so you know the tools for micro that we discussed in the class 11th is demand and supply. Now can anybody tell me what are the tools for macroeconomics? So the tool for macroeconomics is aggregate demand, and aggregate supply. So you just have to add the individual demands. When you add all the individual demands and you see the country as a whole, पूरी country की demand when you are seeing demand of the whole country, right? So that is a macro level thing. So that is why aggregate demand and aggregate supply are the tools for your macroeconomics. Yes, someone is saying national income. No, national income is an example of macroeconomic variable. But I am asking what are the tools? Tool पूछा है मैंने. Tool is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Abhi we will see the examples ki what we have to study under the macro. Then in that sense you are right, but the tool is not national income. The tool is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So this is the tool. Now the third point of differentiation is the what it is also known as, right? So I am writing it AKA. AKA means hota hai also known as. AKA, which means also known as. So microeconomics is also known as price theory. We are focusing on the price. So microeconomics focuses on the price, so that's why it is also known as price theory. Microeconomics is known as price theory. And if we talk about the macro, it talks about income and employment. So it is income and employment theory. Income and employment theory. Got it? So price theory and income and employment theory. So these are the 3 points. And if you want to add more, you can write one example. You can add 1 point as well. Examples. So microeconomics में क्या क्या पढ़ा था last year? Come on. We were studying individual units. For example, individual income. एक बंदे की income. एक फैक्ट्री, एक पूरी बिजनेस का प्रॉफिट. One business profit. Supply of tomatoes. Supply of potatoes. So we are focusing on one variables, right? If I'm talking about my salary, then again micro variable. But if I'm talking about the whole GDP of the country, then that is macro. That is national income, your GDP, national income, and you can say GDP. GDP's full form is, can anybody tell me? That is gross domestic product.
अब एग्जाम की तैयारी को और बेहतर करने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।